All right, guys, here we are. We are at the Shire at West Haven, and we're at 844 Suffolk Place. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's a nice 5-bedroom home. Got 1 bedroom downstairs. Upstairs you have 2 en-suites, and then you've got 2 bedrooms that share a bath. One of the things I noticed first off, so the home has a new roof as of 2025. It's got a gutter system that goes across the front of the house. I do see that the house is in need of paint. I see a lot of settlement cracks, and up over here you can see some little cracks in the stucco. That could be problematic if it's not taken care of ASAP. That's probably something that the home inspector would bring to your attention. But I think the house is priced for that. I'm going to walk around here real quick just to the sides. So I did look at the air conditioning and all that. It seems okay to the naked eye. It is original. So over here you'll see. So we're at 1:30 in the afternoon. That's your air conditioning unit. Right there, this is your pool heater. But you can see there's it's just a lot of what you would call oxidation. And then this right here, this is a settlement crack. Honestly, I mean, to someone that's not from Florida, that might look really scary, but that's kind of normal stuff. What you do is you would caulk that, you clean it, caulk it, and then you would paint with a latex paint, and it would be a latex caulk. Looks like a fairly recent pool pump, older filter assembly. And then over here's the back of the home too. You can see a couple of things. So she's gonna, I'd say, I mean, she's got good drainage here. You see there's gutters in the back. Now it's for the downspouts. I don't see a lot of erosion or anything away from the house, but she does need a good paint job too. So you look up here, you see a little crack up there. This line right here, so this lower half of the home is cinder block. That upper half of the home is timber. So it has a sheet of weather material, and it has this metal material that kind of looks like chicken wire. And that's what they apply the stucco to. And so this guy's, he's just been renting this out, and he hasn't done, there's some necessary maintenance that I wouldn't let this happen to my vacation home. I don't want to say that it's been neglected or anything, but it's time for a paint job. Nice carriage lights. I do notice that there was a crack in this one over here. So that may have to be replaced or maybe turned around or something. Possible to get another piece of glass, who knows. All the vegetation, you look over here at the house next door. The vegetation took quite a hit about a month ago. You can see here, I mean, this is blood grass and stuff like that. So it looks like they had a really nice front porch area. But I'm just gonna give you a little swing around of the neighborhood. This is a nice community, I'd say overall, really nice. Most of the neighbors look like they take pride in their homes. I would guess that there's probably a high percentage of these homes are residential or good, second homes, kind of like yourselves, and then short-term rental homes. This home is currently in a short-term rental program. Over here, to this side, so this is the side of the home that takes the bulk of the sun right here. So this house, if you're looking, it is east-south. So I want to say, well, that's probably about 160 or something like that degrees. You can see there's a little bit of work that's going to be needed right there. That stucco will need to be caulked, and definitely a paint job on it. All right, so enough about the paint job, but good, they've got gutters here so you don't had this downpour. Because you got a couple of roofs there that lead down to this area here, and then it comes pouring down here. So it's nice that they filter that away into the driveway. Great seating area, nice little welcoming and seating area here. We don't get this all the time in vacation homes, especially. You know, a lot of times the homes that are built today are just boxes, and they don't have. This just isn't a thought for those types of homes, and it's really nice to see. Nice front door area. This looks like the front door looks like it's been painted somewhat recently. Nice hardware here on the door. And then here we go into the main area. As you can see, it's a beautiful area, arches. And that's just a nice door too. I'd say classy. Definitely a classy door. So over here you've got a dining room area and then your formal living room. Now, these homes today, we set these up however we want them. High ceilings too. Just wanted to point out that you do have high ceilings in here. And crown molding throughout. Well, at least in this section of the first level. And then the carpet. I know you're probably going to want to get rid of the carpet. The carpet it actually looks fair to good. It's just dirty, man. I can't believe that this is going to be rented out in a couple of days, and you got this stuff here. So that says a little bit about the management. Furniture, you know, some of this stuff here, I mean, it's usable. The chairs right here, usable, but would need a really good clean. Here too, I mean, this would make a nice card table right here. Now, I'm going to go to the left first. All right, so here's the one downstairs bedroom. It's got a double door on this side, and then here is the garage. So the garage, set up for a games room right now. You got the pool, table tent, or table hockey, and the foosball. Over here, you've probably got the water heater. Yeah, so they boxed that off, and they keep some of their things in here. That's probably not recommended. Those are highly flammable items, so I probably would move those from the water heater. But we also have some indoor-outdoor carpet in here. So you could arrange this however you like. You do have a garage door opener and attic access. But it's nice that they left the garage door opener in here. Now here's that bedroom. Oh, sorry, let me go back here. I didn't turn the main light on. There we go. Let's give you another little peep here. There you are. All right, and so down here through these double doors, here's that first bedroom. Now I'm going to come back to this bedroom from the other side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the dining room into the kitchen. So, good, decent cabinets. You got the high cabinets with some crown molding on them. Great granite. I love that granite. And it looks like it is GE here, Whirlpool, and then a Frigidaire. So these have been replaced, at some point. The house was 2008, so that's expected. A really good open. This is a really good pantry. Vacation home, that might not be necessary, but for you guys who are going to be storing things here, that's quite a find. So here we have a lot of cabinet and counter space, an island with more cabinet and counter space, and then you got this over here too. And what I like about this area here, guys, is you can keep an eye on, if you've got little people out here at the pool, you can keep an eye on them. Well, let's go out here to the pool and I'll give you my thoughts on that. Nice. So you got a great lanai here. So you got depth here, and then you've got the lanai runs the entire length or width of the home, which is fantastic. So you got plenty of space. You're going to need that because the sun is going to come up like right over here, and it's going to come around like this here, if I'm not mistaken. Privacy and all that is here too. I mean, you do have people next door to you. This fencing could use a little help here. So here you have it. Now, I'm no pool expert or anything like that, but it looks pretty good to me. Again, all of this area right here is just really needs a good pressure washing. But if you are painting the house, you might as well go ahead and freshen this up too. And even up here, that looks a little rustic. The furniture out here is very basic. I mean, it'll do if you like it. It's a place. Those are pretty nice. Those right there could probably go. Those are for camping. And then you've got some things here. So here's your neighbor over here. That noise you hear, that is sandhill cranes. So I imagine you sit out here in the afternoon and the evening, you'd see quite a bit of wildlife. All right, and let's make our way back. Basic doors, those are probably the original doors. But you'll see down here, like this right here, I can't believe this is being rented this way. I know my wife would do an about face. She'd grab me by the ear and about face and lead me back out. All right, so here's the kitchen and all that. They kind of set up like a little breakfast nook here. And the bar. So, I mean, you can do a couple of things. You can set a couple of stools under there too, which would be nice, just as a little breakfast bar. Again, they've got a sectional here and a big entertainment. This is all, I mean, some of this stuff you can use and some of this stuff you're going to want to replace. This, it looks okay. But I think it's the color that's kind of leading me to believe. It just doesn't feel fresh or clean, but I don't see stains or anything on it either. So, in all fairness, looks like they've gone through and replaced all of the blinds. When they did so, they saved a penny on it because they went with this 1-inch flimsy stuff right here. They didn't put nice blinds in here. Not the end of the world, but if that kind of, it gives a home a certain feel. Nice blinds give a home a certain feel. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Looks like they've replaced most of, if not all of, the ceiling fans. Here's another little area too. You got electric there. You can put a little table, make a nice welcoming area. And then here we are, we're gonna go into that bedroom. So this is a little area here. I mean, you could wall this or put a door here if you want. But there is only one bathroom downstairs, and that is this bathroom here. So this bathroom services this bedroom. That double door over there, that's right by the front door. So that's where we get. So that door through here, that's the garage door. So that's where we were. Again, carpet. I mean, it's fair to good. Just needs a good cleaning. It's something that if you can live with it, you could get by with it for a year or two. And here again, so the counter and the cabinets, the countertops, they do match throughout the home. And you do have this nice where you've got the backsplash, the wall inside of the showers. They are very similar in color to the floor. I would say these are probably 15-inch tiles. They're not huge, but they're not small. They don't appear dated. Not in my opinion, anyway. And so looking back into the home, or toward that front door, here you go. So that is a nice, grand, welcoming area. And now we will make our way upstairs. So, I mean, even here, I mean, the stairs, that's fair to good, I would say. So it's nothing where I would walk in here and say, oh, that's got to go. I wouldn't say that. I see a little stretching in the carpet right here. That's a threshold there. Ooh. All right, so we're going to go to, before we do this, let me just, so bedroom 1, this is an ensuite. That would be considered your master or primary. You got a laundry room back there, bathroom, and then there's 2 bedrooms around the other side. So you got some area here too. You can have another seating area here if you want to. If you got one of those bookworms, you know, they like to come in, they like to read. That'd be a nice area for them to read. So this bedroom here, so we're in the back of the home. So that ensuite and the master right here both have access to that balcony, that screen and balcony that goes along the entire width of the home. So here you have some more electric, you know, there's all sorts. You really could do a nice job furnishing and decorating this place, and maybe use some of the furniture that they have, you know, kind of repurpose it or whatever. But we're in an ensuite here, and this is a queen size bed. Vacation homes, that's a giant no-no. You know, these are the paying guests right here. These are the people that should have the king size beds. 2, it's just a single sink. But then again, you can see how everything matches and flows. So that you know, there's some things about the property, like the paint outside, it's going to feel a little dated, but there's the things like, to me, the cabinets and the stone tops, those feel pretty fresh to me. All right, here we go. So here is that 2nd level balcony. Got some chairs. I mean, this you could really make this into a nice area too. I see a couple of little areas up right here. That's pretty much so just settling of the drywall. So what you would do is, before you paint, I mean, you would caulk this. You'd recert, you know, nail that up, make sure that's good. You got these little cracks here. You would caulk that. 2, you got lights out here. I mean, this is a perfect spot right here for outdoor ceiling fans. If you're sitting out here on a warm day, that'll keep you nice and cool. Now that's the double doors to the master or the primary bedroom over there. I do see, I don't know what that is. That looks like a little something that could have been water damage at some point, or it could have been just, you know, not the best a texture job. I see it all, believe it or not. But this whole area right here is screened in, and then you can look down here on the pool. Down on the pool area, and then you can look up here. So a nice private area. That's a magnolia tree there. A couple of magnolias over there. I'm not sure what that one is there. And that's, I don't know if that's living or not. So house has really good bones, I would say. I personally, with the naked eye, haven't seen anything that would cause me any alarm. My biggest concern would be the exterior paint. In Florida, your exterior paint is almost, well, it is as important as your roof. Because we, in our summer times, we take a beating between the sun, the wind, and the rains. All right, here's our primary or master suite. Oh, that's nice furniture if this works for you. You know, a couple of little blemishes here and there, but I mean, the top of those could be painted or something, and if you would like to, you could put glassware on it. You know, if you're not renting it out, you know that your family is going to respect the furnishings in here, so you don't have to worry about it quite as much. Then again, I wanted to point out, so it looks like they replaced all, if not all, most of, if not all of the ceiling fans. Now here's something, it's a closet, but this is where Wayne and I really had a lot of excitement here. Back there that is your walk-in closet. I measured it. It is 14 by 13 feet. Nice good sized shower. I'm not sure what's going on right here. Probably got something to do with the jets. I was gonna say it probably has something to do with the jets and, excuse me here, my phone turned off. So you do have a nice big area here for the his and hers. They say that saves marriages. Here is just the linen closet, and then in here is the water closet. And then here is, now we are, so this bedroom here runs the full length of the house between the bedroom, the bath, and the closet, because we were just in the back of the property, and now we're in the front of the property. So here you have it. Look at all of this space right here. This is a lot of space, especially for a vacation home. So as Wayne was saying, you could possibly turn this into an office and still have enough room for your clothes if you decided to do that. All right, guys, we're getting near the end of the tour. All right, so there's that bedroom that we were in a moment ago. Laundry room, fantastic laundry room here. It's a good size. You actually have a laundry sink. That's something that they don't have in houses every day, not anymore. So full size, or a good size laundry room. Here is your air conditioning air handler. It is original. And I would dare say when you go through a home inspection, they're going to say this is 2008, this thing's near the end of its life, have it serviced and have a tech advise. All right, just a little stretching of the carpet right here. So just so you know, so staircase right there. There's the master right there, center and then to the left up there at the top of the stairs was the ensuite. This is a bathroom that is going to service these two bedrooms right here. All right, so here we go. Now, if you like, you could put a pocket door right here. This is what they do in some vacation homes. It just depends on how friendly everybody is with one another. Again, so you got the nice tile here. So we don't have any of those inserts. Quite often what I'll see in these vacation homes is they'll put inserts in there, just these vinyl inserts. And they're okay, but they don't look as attractive. All right, here's the fourth bedroom. You got a couple of twins in here. You got windows, 3 windows in here. So windows on every corner. That always makes it a little challenging sometimes when deciding where to put a bedroom or a bed. And then here, this bedroom only has 1 window in it. But as you can see, plenty of light. And then there's another closet. All the closets in here, with the exception of that master bedroom, are pretty much so standard. Again, there's that, new ceiling fans, it looks like. And I say that because they're very shiny. I don't see very little dust or anything on them. And here we go. Looks like a nice updated thermostat over here. Ecobee, I think that's what that says. All right, guys, I'm going to make my way downstairs and then we'll wrap this up here. So this is 844 Suffolk Place. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it is what it is. We are at the Shire in West Haven. The Shire is a electronically gated community. This is Roger with the Jerry Barker Group. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to discussing this home with you at a later date. Take care.